Hello everyone. Today's video is all about there were some of the students who were not prepared properly for the exams and they don't want to write the exam. Okay, group 2 especially audit, sir, I can't cover everything. So do you have any strategy or any list of chapters that I have to do so that I can at least score 40 or 50, right? May not be exemption and a bigger exemption, clear, like 70, 80, but do you have at least, can you give some chapters where I can do and go? And it is for those students also who have studied, but now because of the time constraint, they're not able to revise and they do want to write the exams, clear? So this particular video is not for those who want to score very good marks in audit, but just to pass. This is for them, okay, just to pass or get 50, 40, 50, that range. But if you want exemption, this list is not just enough. This is there, but more than this you have to study, clear? So those students who want to get to know what are the basic things that I'm supposed to do, clear? Now I have made a list of chapters, okay, on an average. Now that's the reason why if you see here it is written as expected average weightage, clear? Okay, so these are the list of chapters and topics. Specifically you have to at least do these topics and go, so that your confidence does not come down. Okay, you never know, what if you clear the group only? Are you getting my point? You should not regret, I did not write audit. If I had written, maybe I would have got 40 or 45 and my group would have been cleared. Clear? So with that regret, you should not live. That's the reason why at least do these topics. First chapter, if you do it full. There is very limited areas where they'll ask questions, like here in first chapter, scope. Okay, then right after definition there are 6 points which says you have to consider those points where financial statements are not misleading, those points. Then you do limitations, inherent limitations. Okay, then objectives, reasonable assurance and reporting. All right, then assurance engagement and list of standards. This much at least you do in chapter number 1. On an average you may be able to score 6 marks here. Now when I say expected average weightage, this includes MCQ plus descriptive. Okay, MCQ plus descriptive. Second chapter, audit strategy, you have to do it completely, where easily you can score 10 marks. Easily you can score 10 marks. Clear? Rather than, there are chapters where you have to study entire big load of chapters, loads of concepts, and to get 10 marks. This chapter will give you 10 marks in a easiest manner in the syllabus. So do not skip this chapter. Out of the third chapter, from the third chapter, you can do 315 and ICS, SA 315 and ICS. When we do SA 315, we all know SA 330 little more. You just have to revise. Further audit procedures, you'll have to study with that. Clear? This might give you on an average 8. This in the sense, I am not talking about the chapter, I am talking about the topics that you can cover. Clear? Now, audit evidence, fourth one, SA 500, 501, 510 and 610. Clear? If you do this, probably on an average you may expect 12 marks. See, expected. Clear? Now tomorrow if they don't ask this much, these many marks in the exam, don't put in the comment telling, sir, you told it will come and it did not come. Clear? It's just an expected average weightage. Okay, so you little bit here and there will be their disclaimer. Okay, now these 4 standards, if you are able to do 12 marks on an average, you may be able to score out of this. Okay, audit documentation, very kutty chapter, small chapter. Clear? You can finish it off, you can get 2 marks or even more than that. See, I am also including MCQs here. Okay, so in this 12 marks, you may be able to score even in MCQs. Then completion and review, 560, 570 and 265 you do. At least these 3 things you do. Other things you do it. You do it, no problem. If you do it is better. But at least these 3 standard, cover it. You may be able to score around 7 marks. Reporting chapter, SA 700, SA 705 modification, 701 also you can do. Clear? 701 or 706, SA 299 and Caro pakka consistent content in the paper. You may be able to score on an average 8 marks. Then bank audit, especially advances and provisioning. In provisioning especially, case-based questions can come, and in the class also I have told, if provisioning they have to ask, if they can ask case-based questions, it would be good. And in RTP Jan 25 they have asked that. Clear? So at least do these two portions where you're able to score at least 4 marks from bank audit. Ethics you should do full chapter. Threats, types of ethical responsibilities you should have, types of threats, safeguards to independence, and then SQC1, SA 220, 210 terms. It will give you somewhere around 8 marks average. Then chapter number 5, which talks about items of financial statement. At least from this, if you are able to do CSR, the expense part, borrowings, purchase, sales. Clear? Now inventory, share capital and all these are very common. Clear? Common sense if you use, you will be able to write the answer even if you have not studied. Inventory AS2, clear? Valuation, right? But in inventory also, please consider inventory also in the list, right? Raw material, consumption analysis, those can be asked. Okay, those are very sensitive areas in the exam, right? Share capital, if you have studied paper number 2, section 52, 53, 54, 55, it will all just come like that. Clear? So this topic, this particular chapter is easier to study, but not at once. So you'll have to divide that and study. Clear? Huh? So on an average, if you are able to score 8 marks, right? So expected average weightage only for these chapters can come up to 73 marks. Right? Now I am considering at least this much if you are able to study. I am not telling you will attempt 73. You may attempt only 60 out of this. But if you are able to score at least 40, 50 and that can help you in clearing the group, then it is good. Mind you, if you are targeting for exemption, please do not just stick to this. We have to study almost everything to get a better marks. Clear? If possible, going forward, I'll bring out another video where I'll tell you what are the topics you have to do to get exemption. But this is for those students who are thinking of not writing the exam because of under preparation. At least prepare these topics and go. Clear? Huh? Sir, how do I revise? Watch marathon classes. It could be from anywhere. Even I have my marathon recorded video. You can see from that. Hand notes are there for standards. Clear? Do it and revise at least these topics and go. I hope because of this video, you're able to score at least that minimum number of marks that you want to clear in the exam. If you need anything else, please put in the comment box. We'll think of it. Thank you so much and all the best.